Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to new users. Before I begin, thank you guys so much for 16,000 subscribers. By the way, we're doing a giveaway partnered with Elite Audio Intense. If you haven't entered the giveaway, the link is down in the description. Very simple. You'll just send in the message and it'll be like an automated message. Just put enter giveaway. Really simple. And you could win a free touchscreen stereo just like the one installed in my car. Dude, it's worth it. Any car, any model, you name it. That being said, today we are going to be attempting the impossible. Actually, I already started just to kind of get a feel for it, but now we're gonna do the second tail light. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I was doing. Today we are going to be installing the halos on my G35 tail lights. Okay, yes, they are still the 03 to 05 tail lights. I don't care. Okay, honestly, spending $300 just for the 06 or stuff, because they're like rare, man. They're pretty rare, man. Yes, you can find them in like pretty good deals like on Facebook and stuff like that, but you gotta kind of wait for them because they sell out like this. So I'm not gonna wait for that. It's just a very tiny little thing. But anyways, today we're gonna be installing the halos. Like I said, I already started. I already disassembled the tail light. I'm painting the housing right now, and then we're gonna get to wiring. But I want to show you guys the process from the very beginning, and hopefully you know, maybe inspire some of you guys to take upon this challenge. Or if it's not your thing, you know, you can always, you know, get them done by somebody else. But like you guys know, I like to do a lot of things. I like to challenge myself. So let's go ahead and start this video and disassemble the second tail light. Here we go. So here we got the tail light out. To remove them is pretty simple. You just remove the flap, the carpet flap, and you should have 3 screws. 1, 2, and then 3. They're like a little bit smaller than an 8mm. Really easy to take off. Once these take off, you just unplug the sensor, take this out of the freaking bushing. But if you guys are still confused, don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead and install them, and you guys can just kind of reverse the order, right? So now that you guys have the tail light removed, right, this is going to be the hardest part, okay? Removing the lens from the actual plastic you know, shield here. So that's gonna be the hardest part. Now there's a lot of methods to remove that lens. Actually, I don't know too many. I know 2 of them. One, you can use like a melting kind of pen and kind of draw the line outline. That can make it really precise and make it really nice. I don't have that tool. Today we're gonna be using a Dremel. It's a little more sloppy in the sense that you can be really precise, but it gets the job done. And then at the end, we're gonna be using a butyl glue. I think it's called butyl glue to reseal these headlights. We're gonna show you all that process. But so now that you got the lens here, we're gonna go ahead and remove all this wiring. Now this wiring is pretty much tucked, so you just take it here from all the tabs right here. These tabs right here. Careful, you don't gotta be aggressive with anything here. Just okay. I need both my hands, but untuck these wires. Here, pretty easy stuff. This kind of twist off right here. Now this one right here in the middle, this one actually has a little small sensor there, a little clip. You don't need a flat head. You can pinch it with your fingers. There you go. You remove the wiring harness. You remove the hiring harness. Once you remove the wiring harness, you're gonna want to remove this plastic trim right here. Now we're gonna go ahead and flip this over right here on its side, and then you got 1 Phillips screw, and then you got like some small tabs there in the middle. Some small tabs, 1 and 2. Goes right off. Now for this part, I cannot stress it enough, you want to take your time, especially if you're doing it with the Dremel. Any little slight, you know, it could hit the lens, it could break it, shatter it, or it could really damage it. So you gotta be super careful with the Dremel. At least with the pen, it's like a pen, it's like drawing a line, right? But with this, you got to be careful. We got the Dremel. This Dremel costs like 30 bucks at Walmart. You don't need anything more than that. And as far as where to cut away from the lens, don't cut in 2 in the middle either. There's a small little ridge there, like right here. It's really hard to show because it's really small, right? You're gonna cut basically on the other side of that, so anywhere in between this gap here. All right, we got our safety goggles now. Now we can start. point in time, since we took out the glass and we need to take off the chrome housing now, you could remove the screw that was here, the one that was back here, and then with the one right here in the middle that we're about to do. Chrome housing is still not loose. It's being held down by some clips. So the way I did the other one, I got myself some like tools, like when it comes to wrapping cars. So I use this tool. This tool is to pry off like interior and stuff so you don't damage it. You can also use a flathead, like I have the bit over here somewhere. Use a flathead, but let me show you how to pry it off. Be careful, do not use any force and strength, okay? It's not like that. Now once you're in this step right here, take out the housing. We're pretty much going to take out all these bulbs so we can go ahead and paint the chrome housing. The Phillips screw right here, and then some tabs that are one right here, and then another one right here, and then we got some tabs right here, and then the other one on the other side right there. So let's go ahead and do that. One has clips right here on the side too, but that was super hard to take off. So if you're gonna paint them, just tape the lens here and paint over the tape and then take it off, because look, we popped this one off and it's like falling, but you see how it's being held on by that thing over there at the back. You're just gonna have to break it. So don't just pry it off, try to be as neat as possible too. Just kind of wiggle it around. There you go. Now we're gonna pry this one off. Now this one you want to push with your thumb here inward, and then this is being held on by this clip right here on the side right here, and you're gonna try to pull the chrome like outward and then push this one in, so like that, okay? But I'm gonna do both my hands because I'm trying to be careful with this and not break it. Okay, there you go, and it just slides off. Sweet. I'll show you guys my freaking good ass invention right here. Check this out. Check this out. You grab a grill, put a cardboard on it, and you just let it dry, brother. Damn. Okay. Alright guys, we're about to begin this process right here with the halos. I'm gonna put the link to the halos down in the description below. They're they're Kasimi LED. I try to get the ones that have the plastic that have, like, you see? Because there's some halos that have like the dots individually, like every LED bulb, and I don't like that interruption. I like it to be all one flush look, like it's smooth, right? So that's why I got these. Got a 90 mil right there, and then we got the 110 mil right there. In order to hold these halos, we're going to be putting 3 holes, and we're gonna put some, people put fishing wire, this is just like cloth wire, and we're gonna be using that to hold it, and we're gonna be using glue to tape it in the back. We'll see the process right now. Alright guys, I kind of got carried away and I was just hamming, but I'm gonna show you guys right now exactly how it is that you set up your halo. So here we got the tail light. So this is what I did to mount the halo. So these small ones actually mount pretty fit, like it's kind of like it snugs in there. This one's a little more loose, but this is how you're gonna grab them together. Obviously the way to do this is to use like a fishing wire, because it's much more stronger. It's not gonna rip or anything like that, you know, because it's fishing wire to catch fish. This is a little bit less fragile. It's probably my mistake. I'm crossing my fingers that it does not rip or anything, but even if it does rip, it is sturdy enough to where it can stay in place. You guys can see right there, I'm stretching it, it's not ripping. So if I'm like freaking trying this much and it's not ripping, I really doubt that's gonna freaking rip, because in the tail light you don't get too much movement, you know. It's not like a damn wheel or tire where there's a lot of vibration. It should be fine, I'm hoping. Of course, I'm just risky like that and dumb, alright? I like to do mistakes. In order to assemble, basically I put some holes, right? I put 3 holes, you guys can see right there. Now that freaking hole is gonna be used to pass the wires, and also that fishing wire. If you use that, well, I recommend you use that. And then we have 3. We have one there, we have another one there in the bottom, and then we have another one there in the corner. So we have 3, and in this one as well, we got one down here, we got one over there, and then we got another one here. 3 holes. This is the bit I used. I used this bit super thin. It's just to pass the wire, you know, like this is my pinky, that's the bit. Very small. Do not use like Gorilla Glue or anything like that, because it spills and it doesn't freaking stick right away and you're gonna have a difficult time. What I use is the hot glue gun. It freaking, you know, glues it instantly. Don't have to wait anything and it's gonna stay there, right? So this thing is well put on there. It's not gonna fall anything. This is where you stretch the fishing line, you stretch it, and then you glue it down, right? So it's the halo is pressed against the housing right here. So all right guys, quick reminder before I show you guys any wiring. When you guys are done with all the wiring, make sure to test it out, make sure it works before you reseal it, because if it doesn't work, then rip, right? All right, he's gonna get in the car, test it out, and see the halo should turn on. Uh-oh, got our first problem. Okay guys, here's the download. I've been spending like 4 hours trying to figure out the wiring. Here's the issue. I was watching this guy, right? He was installing his halos, and I've got the exact same halos as him. So here's the module for the other tail light. So basically what happened is that you have this cable. It's a sensor that connects back here, and basically this turns on this big red ring, and it all right. What we do is basically cut this, and we basically wire this into one of the freaking strobe ones, right? Now we did this into the big halo, so the big halo turns on, right? Now we also cut this one, this other second sensor, and that turns on these side ones here that you have on the G35 tail light. These side ones. Issue is, in the video he disconnects, he basically eliminates this whole wire, like you don't need it at all. And basically you tap this positive white wire into both the positive of the other tail lights. So the big halo and the small halo positives, you basically have 3 wires connect like together, right, with positive, and 3 wires making a negative, which makes sense, right? Makes sense because all the wires are being connected, power should be transferring to all the cables. But I was doing so many tests out there, and for some reason like one halo would turn on and not the other, and sometimes the other halo would turn on and not the other. So I was like, man, something's wrong. So while I was out there testing, I was like, let me just bring the other freaking cable that they told us to eliminate, right? So this black cable right here, this sensor, I added it back on. As you can see in this one, I added it back on. Issue why we eliminated this is because we didn't know which one was positive and which one was negative, and we don't want to mess up the wires. But I figured it's the exact same scheme. The white one's on top, so this one's the positive one. For those of you guys who want to try it in the future, this one's the positive one, the one on top. So now we're connecting this one, which connects these smaller lights. Since it's disconnected already, it's not going to turn on these, but it's going to turn on the small halo. Then the big one, this wire here, is going to light up the big halo. Okay, so now we have the tail light assembled. Let's go ahead and turn on the car. The halo should be on. Yep. There you go. Since we're not going to be using these no more, we're going to be using the halos. We got to disconnect this from lighting up that circuit board and lighting up the halo. So we're going to connect these into the big halo. So we got the positive of the big halo connected to the white wire. Then we got the negative of the big halo connected to the other black one of the white wire. Then we got the positive of the small halo connected to the lower one of the black sensor, because that's where the white one's at. The white one's bottom, so that should be the positive. Top one's negative because that top one is negative, and that negative is connected to that negative of the small halo. Let's go test them outside to make sure they work. Alright, let's cross our fingers. I see red lighting. Sweet, both of them are on. Just need to put them on and basically seal it. We're going to be using butyl glue. It's basically a sealant, like silicone, but you got to melt it, right? So you're going to put a bead of it around the whole lens, and you're just going to put it on there. There's people who put it in the oven for like 7 minutes. I think I saw for like 250 degrees. Hey guys, I apologize. It's the next day. We were missing some clamps to hold down the headlight while the sealant is like cooling down or things like that. So I had to wake up. So I had to wait till tomorrow because it was already late yesterday. The stores were closed. So today we went over to Harbor Freight, picked them some clamps. They're cooling down. I have one tail light already done. Let's go check it out. So I already assembled. Now let's go ahead, assemble it in the car, see if it works again. You know, you never know, man. At this point, it's already too late because we already sealed it, but I'm just hoping that it works. Out there, as you can see, it has the clamps on. So, yeah, you need some clamps to press down against the headlight, tail light, sorry. So let's go ahead, put this one on in the car and see how it goes. So back to the assembly, you got one of the bolts from there. It's gonna go in here, one here, one here, and one here, and the wire harness is gonna go through and connect it back here. Okay, and then you just put on the bolts back on, and you should be good. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's go turn on the headlights and let's go. Here we go, baby. Now we got full halos. Let me turn off the lights for you guys. There you go. That needs to be a little brighter, maybe. That is sick right there. Oh shit, that is sick, bro. Oh my god. You can see the clothing wire, whatever, the strip. You guys can see it. But honestly, I don't care, bro. They look sick. It kind of looks like a design now. Oh, I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It was a very tough challenge. Took 2 days to complete. It was my first time doing it. I'll keep you guys up to date with any issues that I have with the taillights. But for now, they're looking amazing. They're looking brand new, fresh. Now I'll catch you guys next video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Catch you guys next time, guys. Peace.